Hello there, this is Jeremy coming to you with another training video on success, money, business. These are the kind of areas we mainly discuss. As a small business owner for most of my life, it's been exciting, challenging, and one of the big challenges that I've always faced is training employees, bringing on employees, just employees in general. And one thing I remember when I worked for a big corporation, the training program even there was really lacking. I thought, hey, I'm getting ready to work for this big company. Like, they're going to really teach me how to do this job right. And there was no training manual, there were no videos, there was nothing. They just stuck me in an office. I kind of just followed people around and tried to figure out what I was supposed to do. It was extremely confusing. I feel like for the first at least month, I had no idea even what I was supposed to be doing. Sadly, you can waste a lot of money by not having your employees properly trained, a lot of time, and a lot of that is on you as the business owner or the manager. So what are some tips that I have for properly training employees? Well, the first one is if it's a new employee, or if maybe you're just training them for a new position or a new skill that you want them to learn, you want them to make them feel welcome in that new role. If they're a new employee, you want to make them feel welcome to the building. Hey, here's a great spot to eat lunch, where I like to park. It's an easy place to park in the morning. Just all those little things. Here's the kitchen, here's the microwave, here's where you can put your stuff when you leave. All these little things that just make them feel welcome, and that's going to help you break the ice, start to form a relationship, because you really want to have a little bit of a relationship with this person that you're training. I always like to take them out to lunch the first day. My treat, just, hey, let's get to know each other. So make them feel welcome, get to know them. Part of getting to know them too, get to know their personality type. Our company uses the DISC personality styles, so we have them take a DISC personality profile assessment, get to know what profile they are, because that's going to help you with your training. If you have a person that is more technical oriented, you're going to want to talk to that person and train them different than somebody who's more visual, somebody that's more social, somebody that falls asleep as soon as they start reading a book. So you want to cater your training style a little bit. Of course, you're going to have some things that are just standard, but you want to cater as much as you can to your audience. The second thing that I really want to emphasize is training to your company's mission and values. So your company should have a mission, a reason why it exists, the thing that drives you and the decisions of your employees every day. You really want to train to that, emphasize that up front, and make that something that you shouldn't have a mission statement that's 2 pages long that they're never going to memorize. You should have a brief, memorable sentence that really is meaningful, that they can apply to their day-to-day life in the company, and then train to that. The same thing with the values. Our company always tries to have about 5 values that are important to us, things that part of the culture that we want to carry on when I'm not there, part of the culture that I want each of my managers to take on to their team. And so it's important for me to start training that at the beginning. Get to know these values, why they're important, and how your role is affected by them. Your day-to-day tasks need to fulfill the mission and values. Then when you're actually getting down to the technical part of the work, because a lot of this is the soft skills, you're teaching them about the company, making sure they're a culture fit, and how can you fit in this culture and carry on the culture. Because even if you're just a medium, low-grade employee, you want to still carry on. If it's a good culture in your company, you want that to carry on, because that's what makes it a good place to work. If the culture disintegrates, the job disintegrates, and it becomes an unpleasant environment. But now that we're getting down to the more hard skills, the more technical skills, the tell, show, watch is one of the most effective ways that I've always think about when I'm trying to teach somebody a new skill. I'm going to tell them how to do it. I'm going to have them watch me do it, show them, and then I'm going to watch them do it. So tell, show, watch. Tell them how to do it, show them how to do it, then watch them do it. So for instance, we have a carpet cleaning company. I will tell them, okay, it's really important you pre-vacuum, you pre-spray the carpet, you scrub the carpet, extract. I'll give them all the steps. And then I'm going to show them, okay, here's how we do step 1, here's step 2. I'm going to physically show them the little tips. I mean, we're not going to get too involved in details maybe at the beginning, just the basic. Show them each thing that you're doing. Then you're going to watch them and maybe give them little suggestions. Oh, I noticed when you did that corner, you were off a little bit. Let me show you how the best way I found to do that. So tell, show, watch, and then it's important next to follow up. Make sure that you just don't, because even the watch part, a lot of people tell them and show them, they know that, but they don't watch them do it. They just leave the room and start doing something else. Okay, I'm going to put you on this. See you later. And then they come back that afternoon and find out that they did the whole job wrong, and they get upset about that. But you didn't watch them. You didn't make sure that you knew what they were doing. So then later you want to follow up, and you want to especially do that in the first maybe 2 weeks to 30 days to 90 days, depending on how difficult the job is. But I like to do pop-ins. I like to follow up. I like to just make sure they're doing it the way I showed them, the way that it's supposed to be done. And if they're not, now's the time early in their career at that new position to make those little tweaks and adjustments, because you don't want to become in a bad habit that they're carrying on for the rest of their career. And then just repeat the process. Repeat back to the tell, show, watch for each step of it. Once they get really good at this part of it, then now we're going to go on to this part. Like for my employees, they get very good at the basics. Then they move on to something a little bit more difficult. Okay, you got that part down, you got the technical stuff down. Now how do we talk to customers? How do we offer the add-on sale? How do we follow up to make sure that they're satisfied? How do we fill out an invoice? All these little steps, you don't want to shovel it all in at once, but you want to incrementally train them how to do it. So each time you're going to go move back to here. And if you need to, even necessary, move back to the mission and values. Hey, this is why we do this. This is part of our mission to, and this is how we fulfill the mission. That's why this step is important. Please don't skip that step. So that's my basic training, my shortened version of it. If you're interested in something a little bit deeper, we're probably going to have something like that in the future, a more extensive teaching on how to train employees. But these are the basics. These are the things that I use with every new employee we have, or every time I have an employee moving into a different position. So I hope this is a benefit to you. And the great thing, you learn this really well. You teach your managers, and your managers teach your people. And before long, you're not the one that's training anymore. I'm not really the one that's training anymore, unless it's another manager or something like that. But usually my people are training the other people. So the more you make this a system, the less you will have to do it. So anyway, that's my encouragement for today. Learn how to train, learn how to teach how to train, and it will make your company run better, it'll make your life easier, and it'll make your employees' jobs a lot more pleasant. So have a great day. Thank you for watching.